Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the concept of inversion, racemization and retention. First of all, what is meant by Beldan inversion or optical inversion? If an atom or group of atoms directly attached to chiral carbon atom is replaced by another atom or a group of atoms, the configuration of product is sometimes found to be different from that of starting compound. Such a phenomena, which involves inversion of configuration during a reaction, is called Beldan inversion or optical inversion. Just see in this reaction, that is reaction of 2-bromooctane. When 2-bromooctane is reacted with alkali, especially NaOH or KOH, what going to be happen? This OH acts as a nucleophile and it displaces this bromine which is attached to this chiral carbon. But during displacement of this bromine, this OH comes from backward side. So just see placement of bromine in this compound, it is on right hand side of chiral carbon, while after the reaction we got 2-bromooctanol, we got 2-octanol. So in this product we see that OH is present on left hand side of your chiral carbon atom, and this change is basically known as optical inversion. It must be kept in mind that inversion of configuration may or may not lead to change in direction of rotation. The change, if any, is only the matter of chance, as in the example of given above. Now we are going to see what is meant by racemization. The transformation of optically active enantiomer into optically inactive racemic modification under the influence of heat, light or chemical reagent is called as racemization. If a starting material is a positive form, then after treatment half will be converted into negative form. If starting material is negative form, half will be converted into positive form. Just see in this example, this is the positive form of lactic acid. When it is treated with NaOH, we got racemic modification, that is 50% of positive form is get converted into negative form. So we got plus minus lactic acid, that is racemic modification. Though different mechanisms have been presented for racemization of different types of compound, in most of the cases it occurs via the formation of intermediate which is no longer chiral. It is important. For example, in this example, a ketone in which chiral carbon atom is joined to the hydrogen atom can undergo racemization via formation of enolic form by tautomeric change. Just see in this example, this carbon atom is a chiral in nature. So this carbon can easily lose its chirality by tautomerism. One can easily shift these double bond which are present between this carbon and oxygen in between this carbon and carbon. Because of that, this hydrogen is easily shifted on this oxygen. Now just see this enolic form of this ketone don't have any chiral carbon. That's why it is the loss of chirality. Now just see, it is the positive form of ketone. When it passed this stage, what we got? We got negative form of ketone. Just see the placement of methyl and hydrogen in both the compound, it get interchanged. In this case, methyl group present on left hand side, here it is present on right hand side. That's why it is the negative form. Now we are going to see retention of configuration. Inversion and racemization are common stereochemical result of reaction of chiral carbon atom. A few reaction at chiral carbon atom give product that have same configuration as a starting material, and result is called retention of configuration. Just see, this is the chiral carbon atom. When this compound is reacted with thionyl chloride, this OH is displaced by the chlorine. But just see, the chlorine atom present exactly at same position as that of your OH. It is come on left hand side. This OH is present on right hand side of this carbon. This Cl is also present on right hand side of your carbon. That's why in this is the example of retention of configuration reaction. The term retention of configuration refers to that reaction that actually taken place at chiral carbon atom. When reaction does not involve chiral carbon, it generally assumes that stereochemistry of chiral carbon atom is not affected. So just see this reaction, that is conversion of glyceraldehyde into glyceric acid. In this example, we see that this carbon is chiral carbon atom. So when conversion of glyceraldehyde into glyceric acid take place, basically this carbonyl group get oxidized into COH. That's why this chiral carbon does not involve during this change. That's why stereochemistry of such a carbon is generally unaffected. Now next topic is asymmetric synthesis. The preparation of optically active chiral compound from a chiral molecule under the influence of optically active substance, it is important, is known as asymmetric synthesis. Whenever a chiral product is synthesized from a chiral reactant, it is always an optically inactive racemic modification. However, by the use of optically active reagent, one of the enantiomer can be obtained in excess so that resulting product is optically active. So now we are going to see example for it. Just see, when pyruvic acid is reduced, we got racemic modification of lactic acid, that is plus minus lactic acid comes in 50-50 percentage. Now when pyruvic acid is reacted first with negative form, that is optically active reagent, in this case it is negative menthol, we got negative methyl pyruvate. When this optically active methyl pyruvate is reduced, we got optically active, that is negative form of methyl lactate. When this negative methyl lactate, negative form of methyl lactate is hydrolyzed, what we got? We got negative lactic acid predominantly. So this is the example of asymmetric synthesis. Now we are going to discuss relative and absolute configuration. First of all, what is meant by absolute configuration? Absolute configuration is a special arrangement of the atom in a chiral atom which distinguishes it from its mirror image, and its stereochemical description such as R or S in the case of 2-butanol enantiomer is used. Now we are going to see relative configuration. Prior to 1951, configuration relative to that of positive glyceraldehyde were determined. For example, positive glyceraldehyde is converted to glyceric acid. Then two compounds have same relative configuration at the stereocenter. Even though one may not know their absolute configuration. So just see here, this is the positive form of glyceraldehyde. When it is oxidized, we got positive form of glyceric acid. So in this case, we say that glyceric acid have same relative configuration as that of your glyceraldehyde. Now, retention of configuration is the conversion of one molecule into other with the same relative configuration. Inversion of configuration is a conversion of one molecule into another which has opposite relative configuration. Now we are going to see D and L system of nomenclature. D and L notation can be used to describe configuration of carbohydrate and amino acid. So while using this nomenclature or notation, one must have to see bottommost chiral carbon atom. So in a glyceraldehyde, we know that there is only this carbon which is chiral. So this is the chiral carbon atom. Now just see the position of hydroxyl group on that carbon atom. So in this carbon atom, position of hydroxyl group is on right side. That's why it is known as R-glyceryl. It is known as D-glyceraldehyde. Again, always see bottommost chiral carbon atom. On bottommost chiral carbon atom, if the position of hydroxyl group is on right hand side, then it is denoted by symbol capital D. That's why it is the example of D-glyceraldehyde. It is also an example of glyceraldehyde, but just see on bottommost chiral carbon atom, hydroxyl group is present on left hand side. That's why it is known as L-glyceraldehyde. Now also see the example of glucose. This is the molecule of glucose. In a glucose, this carbon is chiral. It is also a chiral. It is also a chiral. It is also a chiral. So according to the concept, we have to see bottommost chiral carbon atom in a glucose. This is the bottommost chiral carbon atom. In this chiral carbon atom, position of hydroxyl group is on right hand side. That's why it is denoted by symbol D. That's why it is an example of D-glucose, or this is structure of glucose. It is known as D-glucose. This is also an example of glucose, but just see here, this is the bottommost chiral carbon atom, and on bottommost chiral carbon atom, position of hydroxyl group is on left hand side. That's why it is known as L-glucose. In our next class, we are going to study R and S system of nomenclature. Thank you very much.